Okay, so as we're getting ready for the test, figured it'd be good to run through how to use some features on your calculator or Desmos if you're using that. Now, if you're using Desmos, it is these are, I will say, easier because when you just click on a min or a max or an intercept, it does just give you the coordinate. But I always kind of recommend you do, if you have a calculator, that you know how to use it, because this is sort of the device you can use on everything. It's the, if you take the SAT, this is what they let you use. Normal school years, this is the thing you can use. So you don't really want to lose the skill of it if you can help it. So get my equation typed in there. So that's number one, just graph it. Cool. See our graph. And, this is exactly what I'd expect. It's a cubic function. I see this kind of cubic shape to it. I see the end behavior, all that kind of stuff. So the first question is, how many turning points does this have? So how many times does the graph turn? Well, it starts increasing and then it turns right there. So 1, and then it turns right there. So this would have 2 turning points. Coordinate of the relative minimum and relative maximums. So the minimum, this would be a relative minimum because the actual minimum of this graph is negative infinity. This graph goes down forever. But this is what we call a relative minimum because it's a minimum in a specific area of the graph. So if we do calculate our minimum with our left bound and our right bound and our guess, it'll give us that coordinate. And a lot of times these are at funky decimals, so don't panic when you get that because that's kind of one of the common things here. I'm going to go ahead and just go 2 decimal places and jot it down. And there we go. So that's how I found my minimum. Just to run through it again with a maximum, you pick maximum. Now this is going to be my maximum over here because that's the high point of these hills here. So if the maximum is around here, we go left bound. So we go a couple clicks to the left, press enter. Then we go a couple clicks past it to the right, press enter. And then put it nearby and press enter for the guess. It'll think and it'll give you that coordinate. So this one's at about 0.85, I guess if we round that up. Oops, I don't know what I'm doing. Get that out of here. And then 2.08 for the y value there. So again, just finding our coordinates using the function in the calculator. If you have to use the Desmos app, you just click on it and it'll actually snap right to that spot. But like I said, if you have the calculator, use it because you do want to get better at that skill because it's kind of one of the important ones. X-intercepts, we see 1, 2, 3 of them. Sometimes you get these from the table. If you can't get it from the table, then you can go ahead and use the calculation feature. But what I'm looking for on the table is I'm looking for if any of these have a 0 as their output. And looks like a no. So there are times where it switches from positive to negative, like there's going to be a 0 between there. But I'm going to have to go ahead and do my calc on all these. So this part's a little tedious because we are going to have to do it 3 times. So if I want the one that's right here, I'm going to go left bound, right bound, and guess. So 0.14. And then pretty much just rinse and repeat for these other 2 zeros as well. So the one over here, left bound, right bound, guess. 1.75. And one more time. Cursor over to here. Left bound, right bound, guess. And about 4.11. And there we go. So being able to find kind of weird coordinates is a good skill, knowing how to use your device. And yeah, hopefully that'll be helpful for you.